Hi, welcome to Spiritual Diamond channel. This is your host for the channel, or should I say, I am the host for this channel. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get into your reading quite swiftly. This is an Aries reading. I've got a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a bit stuffy, it's because I've got a cold. I've got a little bit of a runny nose, and yeah. So, Aries, do check out, the information in your birth chart that could help with certain areas of your life. When you are looking for readings on this platform, remember you have all different star signs in your birth chart that can help to give you clarity in different areas of your life. So make sure you check out all the different um, signs in your birth chart and where they're connected to. Okay, whether that's your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign, your Mercury sign, your moon signs, all those different signs and how they can help you to move forward, okay, when it comes to getting readings. Um, yeah, thank you for you all who have joined this channel. Um, Please don't forget to feel comfortable, subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Um, and you feel like it's resonating with you, also don't feel ashamed as well to write something in the comments, if you need some clarity or you want to speak about something. Please do so, okay. And don't forget to give us some thumbs ups. So let's get into this reading for you, Aries. What's going on with Aries? Okay, someone could want to get back with you. Okay, murmuring this to themselves, like, I want to be with you, I want to see you, I want to get back with you, I want to die in your mind about it, whether you or not you need me. I want you to see me again. Okay, so it could be that someone here misses you and wants to be back together with you. Could be thinking about you, having some nostalgia, or this could be a communication um, scenario where you both have been discussing, you know, the nature of your relationship with each other, whoever that person is, and they've been saying to you, look, they wanna get back with you. If not, this could be someone that's ready and geared up to come forward and say that to you. But this person seems like they wanna come back to you. They wanna be with you again. Okay. Um, it does say that people could communicate things in a level of, gosh, you didn't want me to come back, did you? So just be mindful, because it might not be a romantic relationship. For some of you guys, it could be people dealing with you in other ways, like, caution to the wind is what I'm hearing. It could be, people just wanting to come back. Like, I don't think this is a retrograde, even though right now this energy really does feel like retrograde kind of energy. Retrograde should be coming in soon, in March. I think it's March or April. One of those two dates. I need to look and clarify and verify with you guys. But yeah, it has been feeling like this for quite some time. Even after retrograde finished in December, um, right in the new year, it still felt like we were still kind of living in a time zone of the past in some way. But yeah, there is some heavy energies. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but there is still some very heavy kind of energies, or stagnant energies, or energies that feel like you are not, progressing as much as you want to, but you're trying and you're trying and trying, or you're trying to push past the current, to try and get where you're going. You feel like, you might have taken a step back, or you've been knocked down a step, but then you still have to get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Okay. Um, yeah. With that being said, you are Aries, so I'm sure you're used to taking risks and understanding, that you have to stay in control of the situation that you want to see outcomes with, with good fortune, good karma, and stuff like that. So, resilience is necessary. And I know sometimes you might have a little wobble, but you get up and you dust yourself off and you try again. Likewise, there could be some energies that are trying to do the same. They may feel like they have tried with you and they didn't get anywhere. They took a break, they took a step back, and they want to come back again to deal with the situation, or the thing that they were trying to deal with you, or whatever it is that you were going through, that you may feel like, well, I don't want them to come back, or I do want them to come back, for whatever the reasons of the circumstance or situation. um I see someone is worried about this. So it does say that there could be both of you worrying about it, or possibly one man could be worrying more than another man. So, it could be in regards to a discussion. It could be in regards to protesters or police, or maybe injustice, or maybe even negative mental health, or even stress related issues, or karma coming in a bad way. It does say some of you guys need to deal with it, or get over it, or move past it, and try to transgress the problems in another way, or see better news for yourself and try to deal with problem solving and victory outcomes in a good way if you move past them. Okay? All right. I do see someone is worried here. It could be a grandparent, or even a worried mum or person. It does say practically nothing came out of something I said would happen. And it does say she knows why she thought you would have returned. And it doesn't say why she's bothered, but she's very mad at herself for not seeing you, and happy that you don't come. And then very mad that you do come if you do. Because the problem is that she wants to see you in harm's way. It does say you could be in harm's way, or a person around you letting you know that they could be in harm's way if she ever comes to you. Okay, so someone is threatening someone behind the scenes on behalf of you. Okay, I'm picking up this is a grandparent or a mother. It could be for some of you guys an ex-lover. And for some of you guys, it could be legal issues pending, or a governmency. It does say some of you guys are dealing with detrimental work issues, or even problem solving with your family. At this time, you may not know what or who it is, but you will if you feel like you go too far with something and you're not invited into the situation. It does say caution yourself and not to speak about it, or many of you need to try and warn yourself not to speak, or give yourself better news if you do come forward to the spouse, partner, or a negative friend. It does say you could have karma, so be careful who you join forces with right now. Okay, be careful who you join forces with at this time of year. All right. Yeah, and that goes for the cross watchers as well. So let's see what's going on. Anything else? And I'm hearing I bear witness to cosmic pleasures. Okay, so someone is nurturing cosmic pleasures, or feels like communicating with the dead. At times they do not know how to speak, but they communicate with the dead so much to the point where they get tired. They don't know how to speak to you, but they keep talking to the detrimental spirits of the universe. This person may not know why he did this, or made her feel like she's got to go under. She practices voodoo and witchcraft so good that I told her not to speak. She could carry it out and be a good practitioner of war. It does say a mind game is being played on a narcissistic parent, and maybe even a child. It does say this child does not know how to practice war with you, and many others do. They just don't know how to see you in the next week or two if you ever practice war with your mind. It does say you do know how to speak about a lot of clarifications in your head, so you wouldn't want to get involved with anyone that's doing voodoo or witchcraft. But at times you've seen yourself in a problem with the law or with people. I know that you've got in trouble, and I want to know that you're there. I pick on you, and I want to know that you're harming her, or harming someone around you that has picked on you and them. Someone is practicing voodoo around you, witchcraft. Okay, and it sounds like it's a female, but it sounds like there's a male behind this female that's practicing it too, or has taught her a lot about practicing witchcraft. Okay, talking to the dead, spells, divination, that type of thing. Okay, it does say she knows not to say any more, but she keeps following you and targeting you for complete nonsense. The idea is to pick on you and gather sense in her mind about problems. then bring it up in the court if she has to. She may never see you again, but she's cautioning herself that her jail cell is ready to bring her down. It doesn't say that you will bring her down, but 1 week at a time, you may want to bring her down. And it doesn't say more than this. It just says ongoing negative karma for a child or a mother, or pay attention to problems with your life as bills could occur. It does say your bills are ready and are due. So most likely you could have problems in relation to these things that she's mentioning if the spell or curse doesn't go in the favor of yours or hers. Either way, it could come out in another way. It does say you have to begin to wonder why you would want to go through stuff like this if you don't want to get adored in your mind with custody battles. Then pretend that you don't know anything, or pray to God that you can move past it. You may not need to know everything that's going on, but you need to protect yourself. Okay, so you do need to protect yourself. You may not need to know everything, but you just need to pray and protect yourself. If you don't know the person that's doing it behind the scenes and you feel bad vibes and you can't figure out where it's coming from, you just have to pray and protect yourself. That's all you need to do. Okay, because that's, there's judgment on shutting it down, and spirit is trying to guide you and show you and help you. Okay, doesn't say more than this, but you have practiced a lot of work in your mind to have good news, and you are aware of a son or a child or a daughter that you could have out there. It doesn't say that you have bad news, but you've got children, or you've got lovers, and you've got family or people that you've never seen, or you have seen but you just don't want to see them right now. You may even know that you want to see them, but you may not want to see them. At times you feel dark energy is there, or bad moods, or suddenly a really bad venom in your mind. Even death threats have come to your head about personal problems with people. Even their mental health is struggling right now with people's problems that they've gone through. You may not see it, but you could be the one under spell ritual or doing the spells. At times you may not know it, and at times you may not feel it, but your mindset could be producing a bad omen to someone out there. It does say your spirit is cursed or even riddled with problems. At times you may never know why. A spirit of the forces of Aries have brought to your life good karma with this. It says your mind tells you off. At times you don't know what's going on, but you've really riddled your mind to figure out things and find out who you are. You're the Scorpio native's energy, which is Cancerian's problem. It does say you bring karma to those who help you. And it does say you warn yourself, if you ever need help, you could call upon the gods and they will help you in the name of Scorpio. But Scorpio always understood you in a bad way. It does say they realize they've got to change their mind about things that they see. They don't always want to know you in a bad way. And they don't want to hear that you're always in a bad way too. They'd rather see you in a good way. And they can't get that from you. When they want to see a good omen, it feels like it's a bad thing. And it does say a bad thing because they're trying to warn you, don't speak, but you need to change your mindset. Things that you've been going through or even seeing or saying have been challenged to be mind games, or even pride over ego has prejudice or even bad behavior. It does say you do know that you have to change the outcome. Change your mind in legacies over and over again. You can hear your name in the mindsets of many others that go through the same thing. It does say you can feel like bad news is there, but warning signs could always come and harm you if you're not careful. And even if you do seek good karma, you have to be careful. So don't speak about it, but you can have blame or negative energy that could come to you and be negative. And it does say you could change your mind about it anytime you want to. So don't speak to God in bad ways. You can speak to God in good ways and see a blessed outcome. And don't see that bad news can come. See it in a good way so that you can see blessed energy come to you. Okay? So, Aries, it looks like Spirit is asking you to do some transforming, in regards to your energy and looking into things more in a positive light. Okay? It sounds like Leo has got to do similar energy work as well in regards to this. So some of you guys might want to look at that reading that I've put out for Leos. Both of you guys seem to be fire signs as well, so there could be a thing going on with fire signs. Who knows? Let's see what else is going on. Doesn't say more than this, but you have to practice good karma, so your feelings may be harmed or hurt at times, but it won't be for long. You've got to have good news in your mind and your lifestyle. Say hello to someone or make friends. Have good times with them. Make sure you see people and laugh. Make sure you see people and laugh. Or laugh and laugh and laugh. At times you may want to. It does say you need to get out some stigma in your mind. Or maybe have fun. Negative energy could be there though, so be careful. If you have fun without talking to people in a way where you're just mimicking them or laughing at them, it's not going to be easy, but try to have fun in a way where you're laughing with people and not at people. Okay? It does say you brilliantly have nested yourself in good news, and you don't need to lock down things in your mind over and over again, but you do feel like you're in your head a lot about situations. It could be a female that has been thinking about you, or a mind game to play with you and a man. It does say you both feel like you have good news, but you don't always feel like you've got blessed energy. Okay? Some of you guys are moving forward with someone in some feelings that you both share, and there could be an idea that things are taking its time in the same way as each other with these feelings. Some of you guys are moving forward and getting the idea you should get together, or you should be together, and you should love each other. Okay? And it does say that you are someone's wife or husband. Some of you guys are dealing with marriage and love and comparisons of this. It does say you have brilliant ideas to see that you are excused from problems, and that you could bring forward good news with your spouse and your partner. You could move forward with blessings and help each other to rise above the droughts or even the karma that has come to you in past tense worries. It does say you can bring good karma to your mind and bring good karma to your spouse and your lovers and anyone there. Work on this and make sure you potentially have good news. Ideally, problems could come up and you could still seek help or even advice from a practitioner, or maybe even a problem solver, or maybe even people that give you good news with caution. There is narcissistic men and women out there, so sometimes it's not easy. At times you can work together and change the outcome of the universe and have good news. It doesn't say bad news can be there all the time, but good news can be there now with your with your spouse being a Pisces, a Scorpio, an Aries, or even a Libra. It does say Libra, and also October borns on a cusp. Okay, so um maybe like Scorpios, but on the cusp of Libra. So from Libra going into Scorpio, also Scorpios themselves, or Libras, Aries. We've got Pisces as well. I'm saying those might be good to you or good for you in some way for you to help or do some changing. It does say Aries is good for you too. And it does say your love life is better off without them at times, but you see better news when you're with them too. Calling you a hoe is never going to be easy, but it does say you have better news without listening to troubles in your mind about negative energy. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini. Some of you guys are dealing with a Gemini that misses you as well. Some of you guys have been speaking as well about being open to remembering something about like homes or home owning. So I don't know if you are trying to sort out some home owning ventures. Okay. It does say that you've seen these things in your mind and you want them so much, and you have to practice very good karma in your mind to get it. And it doesn't say bad news is there, but obviously someone doesn't want to know that you know that they've been putting spells on you. It could be a man here. And it does say this man doesn't know how to support anything else in his mind other than good karma. He's worried about things that he said or done or even tried to harm you with. He doesn't know who you are or how to practice good karma in his head, or even practice voodoo that's not going to be riddled with lies or even problems. He may have given you time and time again good karma and never gave you good news in your mind to clarify that you were going to have outcomes of dying. He never saw this, but he realized he should have told you never to take a curse into the same mindset that he did. He obviously done things and he put down witchcraft, but he really didn't do anything that was going to cause you harm. It does say never mind who's trying to figure out why something happened to you. It could be a friend, family member, or female that doesn't know how to support you, but ideally you could understand who is behind this and never understand who you are. And it does say warning, if you keep trying to harm her head with problems of yours and bringing up bad news in your mind about who you are not, and then trying to place a blame on someone else, you're going to harm them. Stop dealing with them in their mind like you've got to deal with someone else's problems to put on them because of your own, and you don't want to admit it, okay? And you could be telling somebody this, Aries, okay? Or you could be saying this inside your mind about somebody you feel like has gone through something, and then the person that did it is not trying to be honest about it. They're trying to look for any other way around the problem to trying to see who could be the problem instead of them, when really it's them. And this is also spirit talking to some of you guys too that have done this to someone, um and also vice versa, where you feel like it could have been done to you, okay? Where someone could have harmed you, and they could be riddling around it like, well, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, like Shaggy would say, it wasn't me. Okay, and vice versa. You could be the person and saying, well, it wasn't me. So anyway, depending on how the situation resonates. Anything else for Aries? Anything else for Aries? It does say laugh at me, go, and someone is taming something there with the option to visit you or come out or see you. It doesn't say very bad news is coming, but someone wants to bring you down or harm you with headaches and problems. And it doesn't say bad news is coming, but people keep targeting you for problems in your mind, and it doesn't say it's easy. You've got to witness something in a year or two, or maybe never, and never again have to deal with it. You've got to dial in your mind a digit that you may not want at times, but you realize you're just in a good way and you want to stay that way. At times you don't want to warn yourself that you're in a bad way. You've got to revisit the situation in your mind in a day or two, or maybe never again, and you just really really feel like you want to move on past something, or even tell yourself, hello, you did it. You drive, or you do something great about something that you're doing. And it does say blessings can come to you over and over again with your studies, or maybe your school, or even things that you've got going on. You have clarified that you've got good news, and it does say you have blessings, and you're really really good at time, and even things that you are getting up to, okay? And someone also could be spying or looking into you, okay? I do see your work as being very very good to you. At times it's not, and it could be very stagnant right now, but it's also going to change you one day in a very good way. You'll have blessings coming in the next week or two. It does say you are driving me crazy. I want to know more about you, but I can't hear everything. And it could be an earth sign that's trying to listen in or trying to target you in your mind for what you know and what you're getting up to, or it could be a father figure, okay? All right. It could be a boss. Yeah, it could be an uncle. It could be anyone, okay? All right. It could be someone that's just monitoring you, okay? Only you would know what's going on, and it does say your clarification skills are going to get better over time. You will understand things as they come through the mail, or even in the doctors. They will see you one day and see if you have good karma, okay? So some of you guys may need to visit the doctors or a surgery, in some way, maybe even a hospital note. Some of you guys are dealing with problems with ideas that you've come up with, or maybe even seeing people that are talking about you. It does say many times you don't even want to talk to them, and you've never seen them before now, or you do want to see them but you wouldn't want to see them. At times people talk about you way too much, or they just go on and on about where things are going or how things could happen if they knew what was going on with you and someone else. This person doesn't know who they are, but they keep cautioning you not to speak. I know who you are, and you keep talking about me in my mind. I realize I'm not going to hear you, but I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm not going to worry about you. Keep saying it, go on, because I wouldn't want to hear that you're dying of murder in your head, or helping you with your mind, telling you you've got problems. It does say, I wonder what's going on with her, because I really put down bad news for this one, and I want to know if she's going through bad news, okay? And it could be a female beginning with the letter I, am picking up, okay? Or A. Um, I'm also picking up that it could be a Sagittarius. Okay, we've got strong Sagittarius energy here. I feel like someone's doing voodoo on them, or they're doing voodoo on you or someone around you. Um, or even just trying to understand things or get up in your business way too much, you know. Um, trying to clarify what you know versus what you don't know, or who knows what, and yeah. Something about a doorbell as well. Like, I want to know who's there. I want to know if she'll ever come to me. It does say she will ever come to me. So I don't know if it's you that this person's referring to, just kind of showing up at their house, like sporadically, just coming through one day. Or if it could be someone that you both know. And it does say you've wondered who would come to you one day if you ever spoke to them, if it would ever be them. And you don't know if they would always come to you either. They would never understand why, though, because they would never want to come to this person. But it does say you would never, ever expect for this person to go to that person. And never mind who would want you to. It does say no one wants to go to that person, but they keep begging it and they keep looking for problems in their mind to see that a problem could come. They would never understand what's going on in their mind. At times they see bad news, but they realize bad news is always going to be there with their mindset steadfast. It says no one's gonna get bad news. You keep picking on me, I pick on you. But it does say she knows she picks on anyone in the mindset of hers, and many times over her problems is steadfast. It does say people will pick on her until she realizes she's got to stop picking on you or anyone. The problem is she's got karma coming with this. The mindset of hers is not easy, and it does say I know this because I'm dealing with her. Could be a water sign man or a Gemini, a Scorpio, or a Taurus. It does say a problem with people are always going to come to you, or maybe even others, and she always talks about them. Many times over, she can't stop laughing. She gets on my nerves. I have to deal with her in my mind when I'm dealing with the children. Okay, so maybe he's got kids for her. It does say that she knows that she's clarified many times over, warning there's a war with her head that she could be doing arts or someone's doing arts, but it doesn't say Scorpio's doing arts. But many times over, the man could be doing arts and she doesn't even know it. This man that she probably lays down with is doing arts, but it also says the Scorpio that she's referring to has time in her mind to think about who's doing arts to her. And many times over, even the problem with her is she doesn't know that this female wants her to figure out who's doing arts with her. She says she don't do arts. I do arts though. It does say very much so do arts, and I know that I do arts because I realize I'm going to come to you. Okay, and I'm hearing someone name beginning with the letter S. It does say this person knows they want to come with their arts, but they realize their troubled obia doesn't want to come out and bother you, but it really is bothering them, and it is bothering someone else. But they wouldn't want to know that they're doing arts to protect you. They're doing arts to harm you. And it does say they pick on you or friends or family members or people in your mind or your adult lifestyle, or many times over family and friends around you, and they keep picking on you with obia. Ugh, it's too much witchcraft going on. Never mind who spoke about this one day. It does say you have to see things in blessings, and never mind who said bad news. No one's going through this now, but problem is there's stirs in the background. So there's other people that could have been doing it before in the past as well in the background, but someone is, kind of like standing out today who could be possibly doing it. It does say legal action is pending for you. Custom made custom made I'm hearing custom made cards as well. So I don't know who's getting some custom made cards made. Someone wants to know how to do the arts the way you do it. Okay, some of you may do card readings. Okay, some of you guys that are doing card readings, there could be a one or two or a few of you that are looking into getting your own custom made cards, or someone that wants to get their custom made cards. Could be an earth sign or a Scorpio, or it could be a Leo, it could be a Pisces, or any other water sign. Okay, it doesn't say anything more than this, but you have brilliant ideas, and your ideas will stand out and be good to you. Okay, And someone trying to look for you online or look for someone around you online and doesn't know how to start reading to you or look for you in your head. Okay. Or could be looking for readings on you. Okay. Maybe want to know more about you, so they could be looking at readings on your star sign, trying to find out more about you. It does say you've moved forward with many things that you don't even understand, but you see yourself in blessed ways. Regardless, you don't even need to understand who you are. You've got time and errors come to you in your mind, but then you wonder why it happens, and then you think, well, do I need this problem? It does say that you don't need a problem, but you could see a problem in the next 2 days or a week if I don't get involved with you. I'm going to come and court you down the stairs, or maybe even tell you that you've got to come with me. It does say someone here wants to try and warn you that they're coming to see you or steal from you or take from you, but they don't want to know that. Okay, so I don't know who this is. If this is a government body, a body of authority, maybe police, maybe someone from the school, whether this is a bailiff. Okay, but I am picking up some energy in regards to either taking your things or coming and taking someone from their home. It does say someone here leaves themselves to wonder why they're dealing with people's problems. It does say I don't want to get involved with people's problems in my way or the highway. I wouldn't want to get involved, but you like to look at people way too much. Wouldn't you like to know what's going on with me? I wouldn't know how to deal with you in that way. I know that I could caution myself many times over and see myself in a bad way, and I wouldn't want to hear that I'm going through it. I just know that I have to, or not really wanting to, but I've gone through things, that I'm going through it. And I know now not to talk to you, but I've gone through it. And I realized I would never talk to you again. The way I saw myself when I looked at you having my children, or even giving birth to our child, I would never want to call you and tell you that you've got to see me, because I've seen myself in such a way that I would harm myself or even harm your mind with what it is that I'm doing in the background, or even see myself like, yeah, you've got to come with me. And then I realized, well, if I do come, then it's going to harm you. I wouldn't want to know that you're out there. I just don't want to deal with you. And I've heard myself time and time again tell myself, if I ever came to see you, you would tell me off and tell me all kind of different things that I've been through in my mind, and then harm me. I could never show you my face again. So I leave you to be with your family and your child and our children, and I never want to find you or look for you again. So this could be as well to do with this could also be to do with a child's parent, or someone that's pushing for their spouse or their child to go and look for their children. I'm picking that up. All right. And what I'm hearing is that someone has got themselves into problems. Someone has got, like, some type of shame. Okay. They've dealt with a lot of shame. It could be in the past in regards to maybe, going to prison or jail or something like that. Okay. And it does say that, this person, okay, take it as it resonates, whether it's you or someone else, this person seems to not want to go looking for their past, i.e., if they had children with somebody, okay, and they left the family home, or they didn't end up getting to see the children or the child that may have been born while they were going through, problems, or may even never wanted to, but then the thing came up again in their mind, should they go and see them, at a later date, or being pressured by, family members, spouse, whoever it is, pressuring this person to go and see them. And then the person now saying, well, I can't, I've got egg on my face. And that I've got egg on my face because of the way that we left things before, or the questions that could come out and harm this person's ego, their pride, So I feel like someone here doesn't want to get back involved with someone as well, because of the way things were left in the past. And it does say communication fails again as someone wants to see it happen, but it doesn't say it is wanted, it is yearned for or needed. It just says a problem comes up again with personal hygiene or even issues that are related to a spouse that I wouldn't mind seeing. And it does say when you realize you're getting too cosmic with someone's personal business, you have to move on. So what I'm picking up is someone that really wants to know someone's personal business, even in regards to their perspiration. I don't know if has to do with, schools or something like that, but it could also be like someone that's being nosy and wants to know where a person, it could, what I'm picking up as well, there's a form of bullying in this, okay? Where someone doesn't know someone, but they want to get to know someone because they're picking on someone's child or picking on someone's spouse. They're picking on someone, okay? But it does say burdens are here for a person to move on. And it does say when this person realizes that they've got to move on, they've got to move on, because no one's saying that they need to see who this person is or even guard them in their mind about it or even target them or pick on them. As someone here doesn't even know how to speak about the problems that they go through in their own mind. The smells they've been smelling have been coming from their own mind and even their own private areas. Okay. It does say that they keep using targets to get voodoo on someone as well or even pick on them. But it also says no one knows why you've got to move on other than you. You understand who you are, so you need to move on the way you need to move on. And it also says no one keeps looking for her the way I look for her. I want to look for her and I want to target her. I want to cause her harm. I want to bring her down. And I want to tell her things that she's never heard in my mind before. And I want to laugh at her children and make sure she feels bad news. And it does say a female mother figure or aunt or grandparent or even family friend does not know how to bring up good karma. Even schools, it does say many times over, people keep targeting a woman for bad karma. But the first problem could come from the home, and the home is targeting the family's heirlooms or problems in the society and telling them off that they need to teach her a lesson. It does say they don't know how to teach her a lesson other than what the parent or the mindset is saying about it, but they keep targeting a family with bad news. Okay? It's almost like a generational curse just going on and on and on, but someone keeps targeting it, keeps attacking the energy all the time, keeps speaking with the tongue of it all the time, even going as far as laying down roots to catch the person with negative news. Okay? And then it says, time has come for you to draw close to this and bring down the person in their mind. Letters being sent out to cosmically give someone harm is never going to be easy, but it does say you could call someone in their head many times over and never give them good news. You always had good news. Try and warn yourself that you always had good news. Even I say this because I would never bring you down in the ways that you thought I could. And even when I wanted to, I would never. It does say legal actions pending or even penalties or even custom fines or even laughing at you is never going to be easy. It does say that I wouldn't just drop everything to come and harm you. Even the government is telling the person this directly to their mind or even in readings as they read their cards or even looking at tarot readings or even the nature of their birth chart in astrology. It does say good karma can come to this person. So why are you picking on them? Okay, it could be why are you picking on them, Aries, or why is this air sign person picking on this person? Okay, because there's an air sign person trying to trouble someone. They could be troubling you, but they could be troubling someone around you. Okay, and there's many factors to say that this person is not going to go through hell or does not need to be harmed, or even for you don't need to be harmed in certain ways where the outcome could come out and even make things harder or more negative for you. Okay, it does say you've protected yourself enough so you don't need to see anyone's family or even children or their problems. And you may not be the police or even instructed father, but you could be a family member that's going through this and the child that's going through this. Or the problem is you could be a problematic family member to your family and going through this many times over with your father and your mother. And it does say you witnessed many times over problems with your father and your mother, and they've told you not to speak, but you are going through hell, or even sentences or jail, or maybe even time off in your mind to go through problems. And it does say, warning, if she doesn't stop speaking, you could go through harm again and again. You've got to seek help. You need love and attention, and you need a mind reading abilities to see that you've got blessings, or maybe even seeing that you had them or you could have had them, but you didn't have them. And it does say that you wonder where or how or who could help you, but you may have lost your plot, or maybe even missed your mark, or maybe even had time to wonder who it was and never gave them a chance. You could have had good news, but it does say blessings could come when you really imagine who and how and where. And 1 minute later, you could see yourself in a blessed way in your mind, and another way you may not. And it does say sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. So it just goes to show that you have to time the situation in the way that you feel is necessary, and give yourself good news. And clap because you've awarded yourself a blessing and time off in your head to feel like you've moved on and got away with something, or let go of something, or even time a situation and maybe let it go. Let it come to a rest or an end. But you've helped yourself enough to see that you are probably not going to give yourself bad news again, and you're going to move on from something as well. And it does say blessings can come to you if you really move past a bad omen. And it does say people will pick on you at times, but you can move past the omen. Let it go. Okay? So there could be something you just need to let go of. And I'll leave it there, my lovelies. Speak to you soon. Bye.